site. Okay, so let's start with the first one, that is e-commerce application. All of you, please do it simultaneously with me. And what I want you to do, the user documentation also, then and there you can immediately you can start create. So at least if you work being done in the class itself, and remaining you can do it later on. Okay, so this is the way. If you move, then uh, very less part will be left for home. Okay, so let's do simultaneously with me, so that will give you a more clear idea about that what you are supposed to do. Fine. So first, all of you access this particular URL, and now we are in the e-commerce module of the ERP. So we will have a look at what this particular module can do for implementing an e-business life cycle. We have a good idea on an business life cycle. We have studied it, and we have also simulated the business process. Correct. So now we will see that how this particular ERP will help us to implement that simulation. Fine. So if you just have a click on the first link, so we will go through link by link, and here also you have certain videos which you can go through later on also. Okay, so once you will go through this particular business module, so basically these are the functionality of the application. Like you will get a product page, a shopping page, the pricing page, tax, checkout process, upselling and cross-selling, payment, shipping, and tracking. Fine. So these are the process associated with the e-commerce page. So you can start creating your own documentation also, like the documentation which we will do, that study of an open source ERP application. So the study of an open source ERP application, you can write that you are selecting a module called e-commerce, and as you are going through these particular modules, you have find out the following functionality the module is offering. This is the way basically you will write. So now it will give you more clarity and understanding also that how to create the document immediately you are doing after once your study is over. Fine. So these are the most important functionality your e-commerce module is basically providing. Like we should have a product information page. Okay, we'll also go through every functionality in detail. Followed by that, what is exactly the shopping page, the pricing page, product pricing page, taxes, internal tax, tariffs associated with every product which is being kept in the product catalog, followed by a well-defined checkout process, then upselling and cross-selling. The next is the payment and shipping and tracking. Okay, so now what we will do, we'll go through each and every process in detail. That how to implement a product page. What are the functionalities already available in that particular product page? Like that, we'll be going through every module associated with this particular e-commerce application. Is it clear to all of you? So are you able to follow basically what we are doing over here? So we have taken the e-commerce module, e-commerce application, because we want an ERP implementation of our e-business module. Okay, so now as a consultant, you are also looking for a suitable ERP solution, and this is how we are doing. So you can update your document also, that study of an open source ERP software. And the first thing what you need to mention over here, that you have selected the following ERP, and from this ERP you have selected the e-commerce module, and these are the functionalities the e-commerce module is providing. Any queries as of now? Anyone is having any query, please feel free to ask. So I believe it is clear to all of you how we are going to proceed as long as understanding and e-commerce module and its functionality. One by one we'll be doing here, and you will be getting several screenshots over here in this site itself. So you can take those screenshots. You can put in your own document also, and that will give you more clarity in understanding the entire process, e-business process as offered by this particular software. Okay, so let me just we'll go back and we'll see. Okay, so this is the first link which you have actually clicked to understand the overall functionality the e-commerce module is basically providing. See, once you will go through this documentation, it will be very easy for you to start working with the software. Okay, so we'll be doing that. But before that, let's get familiar with the module and its functionality. Now, if I click on this, how you are going to build a product page. See, that was the first task which we need to do over here, designing and developing a particular product page. So once you will start doing that particular task, okay, so here you will be getting several screenshots also. Like, see, this is one of the product, like an iPad. Suppose you are having an e-business uh, store, and where you have one of the product that is your iPad. Okay, so how you are going to design the product page? What are the things basically you have to incorporate? That first thing what you need to incorporate is obviously we can say the photo of that particular product. Okay, followed by that the color that specific product is available, followed by that the specification as long as your pricing, and if any discount is going on, that is also incorporated over here. And followed by that, another very important part which we need to do, we will integrate it with a specific cart. So we should have an add to cart option available over here. Followed by that, a checking on inventory. So if you would like to see the checking of inventory, so we are also using the whether the stock is basically available or not in stock. Immediately followed by that, a brief description about the product. So if you click on that, so you will get a detailed description about the product. Immediately next to that, what you are getting, you are giving a reassurance that a money back guarantee. If there is any issue with the product, then return it back to the merchant. 30 days money back guarantee. So that is one more feature you are adding over here. And immediately next to that, what you are providing, comments and ratings. So that's very, very important. So if any customer wants to coming and purchasing from your site, obviously what you need to have the review page where a customer will place the review about your product. It's about the product specification, the quality of the product, or kind of services basically you have provided. All those information basically being captured in the comments and the rating page. Fine. So if you go through this particular link, so it will give you an overview how you're going to build the product page. Okay. So there is an option available. Once you will just download the software, you will get an option called new page. So you can click on the new page followed by that shop. So you will be able to create this particular type of product information page. Fine. So once you will go through, that's what I told you. Once you will go through this particular documentation, it will be very easy for you to understand that what are the information basically being kept over here. Okay. Immediately next to that, what we need to do once you start customizing a product as per your requirement. Okay. So what are the things you want? What are the things you don't want? You can keep according to as per your requirement. Like, we need to show the logo, we need to show the sign-in page, but we are not interested to show the discussion and rating at the beginning. Okay, or list of variants we don't want to show at the beginning. So it is completely up to you what are the information basically you want to get in your web page what customer can view. Certain things, if you don't want, you can keep it disabled. So this is basically called the product customization. Very, very important as long as your business product is concerned. Okay, so these features you should write also in your report that what you have studied regarding this particular uh, e-business site, that the product description, and there is a customization tab available. Through that you can customize the necessary feature which you want to display as a merchant to sell your product. Okay, as it's very simple way you can depict. You can also put this photo in your report. You can just take the photo and put over there. So obviously it's giving you a clear idea that how this particular module is basically working. That's called the product information page. Okay. So any query from this particular page? I believe everyone have understood. It's very important, and we are going to step by step. This is how an ERP and e-business integration takes place. Fine. That once you start working with any ERP integration, first what you need to understand, every module and how those modules being implemented. And so the first module is basically talking about the product description. As you are going through any specific product, if you would like to display in your product catalog, e-business product catalog, obviously you need to incorporate the following features. Okay, so these are the features basically the ERP is providing to you. Now, if you want, you can avail those features. If some of the features which you feel is not suitable for your business organization, you can customize as per your requirement. Everyone
Sir,
understood?
can I? Yeah, and a doubt.
Yes, yes,
Uh,
please.
Basically, this is a software
Yeah,
uh, like SAP or any other this one like ERP solution.
exactly, exactly.
Okay,
So
so
this
this
is
will
an
have we can design both the database as well as the GUI
exactly.
front end as
Yes,
well. So
yes.
now what
You
we are
can.
doing is the front end, is it?
Yes, we are designing the front end of the application, and your back end will be designed automatically if you are doing any customization in the front end. That is the basic advantage of this ERP solution. Okay, so
Yeah, so we are this is actually helping us to customize the web page which we are going to see for the e-commerce.
exactly. So
Okay.
any specific web page, once you start designing and developing, this is the way basically we do. So, and that is one of the greatest advantage of any cloud-based ERP, that they are already providing you a solution. Now you need to understand that whether this solution is fulfilling your business requirement or not, because this is the latest trend of today's IT industry. Industries are moving towards that kind of full-fledged solution which is already inbuilt and hosted in cloud. So you don't have to spend on infrastructure. Everything is being bared by the cloud service provider. You don't have to spend money for just procuring one server, software, hardware. So everything being taken care of by, including your infrastructure, including your platform, being taken care of by your service provider. Only you need to tell to the vendor what feature you want, what feature you want to discard. That's the thing we are going through over here. Okay, and it
This
makes business process.
Udo, excuse me, sir. This Udo is a, full-fledged software, or it's only just for a demonstration purpose, or what is it?
No, it is a full-fledged software. So that's why they are giving you a trial version. That first
Okay, okay.
2 weeks you study, you understand, you see that whether it's fulfilling your business requirement or not, and then you take the commercial version and go
Okay.
ahead with the solution.
So we
Okay,
are actually working on an ERP now.
we are working on an ERP. Correct, exactly.
Okay.
Okay. So now, what is required to be done? So this is the first bit. While you are creating the report for study of the open source ERP, so you should incorporate all the features. Okay, and I want at least get familiar with the e-commerce module, which we are starting from day one. That e-business and ERP integration. So how